Avengers EndGame. Oh, this movie was so good. Let's start off with this. Avengers EndGame, starring everyone in Hollywood, I think. I think if I slowed it down frame by frame, I think I might have been in Avengers EndGame. There were so many people. There were tons of people. But it wasn't congested. It was good. The movie had a ton of people. Everybody that you can think of that was in any kind of an impact in one of the older movies, one of the movies before EndGame, is probably going to show up in this movie if they're not, dead before this movie. Just about everybody, man, just about everybody. And that was kind of cool because they touched on just about every single movie that came before this. It was like, these are the pieces that we put together and we kind of, puzzled, Rubik's cubed it into this movie, EndGame. And it was really good. It's tough to do this without giving up some spoilers, but you know what? I'm going to do a spoiler review too. So there was so much to unpack. So many different things happened that are related to the comics. So many things happened that they started without without connecting to the comic books. Just something that happened. They were like, hey, it'd be cool if we did this. I would probably rate this in the top 3 or 4 superhero movies of all time. They hinted at other heroes coming forward. There's some surprising deaths. Be prepared for that. If the previous Avengers movie was a tearjerker for you, this one probably will be too. Tons of action, tons of gratuitous fighting, tons of comedy. It's a Marvel movie. So essentially what happens, this movie takes place after the snap. Thanos is gone. He pow, zapped the world. And several years later, 5 years later, the Avengers are trying to make sense of everything that's happened. The world, half of the people are gone. Half of the people, half of the life on Earth is gone. Birds, trees are wilted. Half of the life is gone. So a series of events happen that pull certain, I'm trying to do this without spoilers, that pull certain people from the past, which would have been the direct end of the last movie. They want to know what's happening, what's going on, why is half the world dead? So a catalyst happens that gives the Avengers hope that maybe they can fix some of the things that happen. They meet Captain Marvel, bam, supposedly the most powerful hero in all of the Marvel movies. She meets the team and she's like, let's just go get Thanos. And they're like, no, we're broken a team, we don't want to now. For whatever reason, we're scared, or maybe we don't know where he's at, or they all got excuses. But she's just like, okay, I'll do it myself. And they decide Thor gets them into it. I'll go ahead and say that. Thor gets them into it. And they decide to give it a shot. Let's get Thanos. Seems like I'm giving some of the movie away, but this is it's a 3-hour movie. This is such a small part of what happened. I'm not really giving any of the movie away. They decide to go after Thanos. And they want to unsnap the universe. And that's the beginning of the story. and that leads on to more and more things. Thor in this movie is hilarious. He's funny. He's becoming more and more comical. I like Thor in this movie. Captain America was great in this movie. Captain America was he was incredible in this movie. If you watch the movie, you're gonna dig his scenes because he was incredible. Tony Stark was the premier guy in the movie. The movie was about him, but they gave so much to the other Avengers, Hawkeye and everything. Some Avengers make some sacrifices. There are things that's going on in the movie that even though Tony Stark is the main, he's the center of the movie, so much other stuff is going on that, you know, it doesn't really steal. He doesn't steal the movie from everybody else. You know, if you go to a movie and Will Smith is in a movie, it could be about anything. That's a Will Smith movie. You know, he's not an actor. He's a movie star. Robert Downey Jr. is both. He's a movie star and an actor. He's acting in this movie as Iron Man, and they make it so that he is and is not the center of the movie. The movie's essentially about him, but they give a lot of screen time to other people. They tease a guy coming out that I personally am interested in seeing. This is a tough review without giving up the spoilers. It's early still. I saw the movie a few days ago, but it's early and I don't want to ruin it for anybody. But I'm also going to have a spoiler review also. I'm going to say this. This movie was filled with action. It was filled with comedy. It was an incredible movie. I rank it in the top 3 or 4 all-time best superhero movies. I think I know where they're going to lead with the next phase of the Marvel extended universe. I think I know where they're going. I got an idea, at least in part. But I would rate this movie. I would give this movie 10 bags of popcorn. Now granted, it could have been an 8 or a 9 because of certain things. But to be completely honest, the way that they drove this movie from the first Iron Man all the way here, and they positioned everything so it all the dominoes would fall into place, that was part of me giving this a 10. The action, the possibility of more. I gotta tell you, there is no Easter egg. Like the last 15-20 minutes of the movie is the Easter egg. There is no, you can sit, I stay there until it's sweeping the floors, man, and there was no Easter egg, so, you know, but it was still a great movie. But that's what I think. More importantly, what do you think? Let's talk about it in the comments. And if you like the movie, if you like the video, subscribe. And then like.
Popcorn passport. Get your popcorn passport.